while we're talking about it, if we bring the organizational culture down a level to the team perspective, how can we go about creating and sustaining high performance teams?
Okay, there are many. Can I just refer to a document because you just asked me something, and I want to give you a more comprehensive answer on high performance team because I'm actually preparing a conversation with a group of senior executives of an insurance company.
Great.
So I would. Okay. Okay, there's a question of how you create, but what are the ingredients of a high performance team? How you create that is by leaders showing the way, adhering to the principles of high performance, and being authentic, and acting with candor and care. At the heart of high performance is about purpose. You must be clear about your purpose. If you're unclear, purpose is how do you measure your performance against, right? And the foundation of performance must be mutual care, trust, and concern between the members of the team, and where empathy comes in. Because in the long run, people perform in a safe space, in a trusted space. The stronger the foundation, the higher is your accomplishment to your purpose. And I think that the other point is that authenticity, openness, trust, and mutual accountability is very important. In other words, leaders cannot just instruct. They got to win, enroll, listen to create a psychological space which everyone feels safe to perform. There is a term called safe and secure base, popularized by George Coreiser of R&D. But I met him about 40 years ago before he was famous. And he worked on the work of a psychologist called Mary Annie, but I need to get the name right. I need to look it up. But it's about having a safe and secure base for people to perform. If leaders can create a safe and secure base for people to perform, they will perform. We are living in a fairly uncertain and fast-changing environment. So although structure is important, we got to rely less on structure and hierarchy. Although that is still important, we got to rely more on networks to operate across functions and across geographies and across hierarchies. Yeah. So get the best people who are nearest the customer to solve the problem. It is not asking them to obey rules, although rules are important, but to behave in a way which is consistent with the values of the organization. And the values of the organization are often about putting customers first, about straight talking, about communication, about cooperation, about trust, about celebration, but the really sophisticated leaders will also know that individual members of the organization must be in a state of flow, which means that they're motivated. If I wake up in the morning, I say that I'm looking forward to go to work because I can't wait to meet my team to deliver. That is a very different organization. And I've been privileged to be in those states for maybe 10 or 12 years out of my 35 years of my life. And because you're motivated, you're raring to go because you're motivated. And if you have bosses or team members whom you would not even hesitate to share your biggest or most concerning work problem, it'd be great. But very often our biggest work problem is our boss. You get what I mean? Our biggest work problem is our boss. But if we can share our biggest work problem with our boss, that would be a great breakthrough. And I would like, I mean, I have colleagues who might share my big work problems. I'm not sure I will share all problems, but many work problems. And those colleagues are wonderful to have. Yeah. So in terms of performance, for me, is purpose, care, trust, and respect, to respect one another, which is very important. The other thing which I thought about, because you mentioned high performance, high performance by definition is not a maintenance organization. Yeah, just now I described an effective team. A high performance by definition must be one which creates transformative goals or achieve audacious goals or groundbreaking goals to be number one or to deliver amazing service. Only then you can call yourself high performance. And if you have high performance, the benchmark is higher. And I think you really has to be able to join the dots, to create the extra. You really got to motivate your team. But a high performance in a volatile environment, which is where we are in a volatile, uncertain, and complex and ambiguous environment, what they call VUCA, is even more demanding because you don't, your roadmaps, your KPIs, your budget for last year, for this year are irrelevant because you do not know when your office is going to open because of COVID-19. You do not know your supply chain are being disrupted by the China and US environment, and climate risk is disrupting all kinds of our ecosystems, and that uncertainty are bound to increase. So an attitude of mind, which I call a reflexive attitude, which means that you adjust according to environment and look for opportunities as each moment unfold. That is a state of mastery, right? For teams and for individuals. Individuals could do that if they trust their judgment and use imagination and courage. Not so much about accuracy and business plan and about consistent plans. Yeah, it's not about budgets. It is about your instinct to smell for opportunities in your geography. And to get that right, you really need yourself to trust your inner resources. And there are many good words to describe that: judgment, imagination, business acumen, but also collectively, the senior leaders, or in fact leaders on all levels who are most relevant to the problem you're trying to solve. If you can create a psychological space for them to generate insights and ideas, then that will be a high performance team. That will be a high performance team. I believe in Google, I believe in Amazon, and I believe in Nokia at their best moments, and I believe in Gerstner's 8 or 10 years of trend. At the best moments, the individual leader, but also the group of leaders together, they generate insights together. But once they got that the execution was easy. It was not about formulation of 50 pages of strategy reports, but we somehow need to do that from time to time to get the baseline right. But a lot of it is about imagination, courage, judgment, and adaptability. So that is going to be called for more and more as we live in VUCA, as you correctly say, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity.